promise me you're done with your life of crime?
I promise.
Pants on fire. What'd you think?
I think you almost got me killed.
No. What'd you think of my line? Pants on fire.
Hee pants on fire. I love that line. Oh, hello, my name is Fu Manchu, and fresh from Taiwan, what? Oh, fresh from Jersey and straight from felzbug and Gub's Handy Hands and everyone there, we have the following! Today's review will be on the play toy, and I love the little, ears and little tails on those little letters. Those are so cute. Play toy, the figure with no name, but we all know her to be Mindy McCready, Hit Girl, and this is from Kick-Ass 2. See, when I opened it on my birthday, or not my birthday, but when I opened my birthday package from felzbug, I was thinking, well, which one is this? I can't tell. I don't know if it was from Kick-Ass 1, Kick-Ass 2, whatever, but I am so happy because it's her, and I love it, and I absolutely love Chloe Grace Moretz, and sorry, I got a crush on her. I don't care how old she is. She's still cute. But anyway, here's the box looking amazing. I love how they put it together. All the play toy boxes have these cool little zaggedy lines there, and I think that is awesome. So let's look at the back of the box, shall we? So here's the back of the box, and as you can see, still no name for the figure whatsoever. They didn't call it like girl that hits things or whatever. They didn't give it a name whatsoever, but you do see a little drawing there, and that is amazing. So let's go back to the front of the box, where we see that other drawing, and it is awesome too. Very simplistic and very cool at that. And you know what? This is amazing. So I say we waste no more time, and I say we open it! Now, I already showed this in the other video, but here's what you see when you remove the top flap. You will see foam there, which covers up the following. Underneath that foam, you will find more foam, and it houses all of her weapons. Up here, you will see her staff and her bladed thing that goes on the end of the staff. Here you'll see all her knives, her little throwing knives, which look like they're made out of metal, which is awesome. Panning down, you'll see some more gloved hands, and that is very cool indeed. Down here, what looks like a grappling hook, maybe? I don't know. I'll have to pull that out. 2 guns, very cool. Little purple handles, that's so cool. Then down here we've got some straps for her clips. And then over here, her little mask, and that is awesome. And this is one of those ones where we're probably going to have to pull out every one of the accessories to put her together. So I say we remove this flap and see what's underneath here. And if you saw my unboxing video, you'll probably know what's underneath. Check it out. It's a little tiny Chloe Grace, and that is awesome. She's almost actual size because she's a little tiny short girl. And I love it. This looks amazing. So I say we waste no more time and pull her out of the box. What do you say? So here's Hit Girl, stood fresh out of the package, and she's still got the plastic over her head. But as I was pulling her out, I noticed something. Her cape fell off. That's right. And if you look carefully, it looks like it's held on by magnets, which I did not expect at all. So that is awesome. But before we try our cape back on, I say we remove this plastic from her face. What do you say? So here's Mindy McCready with her face freshly removed from plastic, and she looks amazing. Look at her. Looks just like her, and you've got to bear in mind that this is a knockoff figure. This is not, a licensed figure with her likeness or anything, and if it even resembles her a little bit, they did a great job, and this resembles her a lot, and I love it. I've seen a bunch of reviews of this figure, and people complain either about the likenesses or whatever, but I don't see anything wrong with this. This looks amazing. The only way that they could have improved this figure, from my point of view, is if it would have came with either a way to take off her hair and put on her blonde hair that she has mainly in the movie, or if they would have came with a different head that has the blonde hair. But you know what? This is Hit Girl. I mean, this is what she looks like when she's Hit Girl with that little purple wig, and I love it. This is amazing. Check her out. I mean, that's her. That looks just like her, and I absolutely love it. Now, looking down at her costume here, you will see that she's more of a petite figure, and she's a little bitty, and she's very, very cool indeed. And I love that they got the HG there, because they could have just put random letters, like a B and a 6 or something, and you'd have been going, what? But, yeah, I love that they put that on there. There's her little skirt thing. There's her hands. She just has fisted hands there. At least I think so. That one looks like it may be able to hold something. They might not be fists. They may be holding hands. But she's got 2 other sets in the box. And she's got some straps already on her legs for the knives. Very cool indeed. And then there's her knee pads. And then down here you'll see her feet, her little shoes. And she didn't come with a stand that I saw. I don't think there's one in the box at all, but that's okay. And she looks amazing. Now let's see if we can see if this cape just sticks on there with magnets. Now, there's no instructions inside of this box, so I'm assuming that they stick together like that, because I think that's the way it's supposed to go, but I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the movie again to see how she wears her cape, but I think that's how they're supposed to be. I'm not 100% on that, but she looks amazing. I think this figure just looks so cool. And if you're wondering how big she is compared to other figures, here's how tall she is next to someone else 12 inches. So here's how big Mindy is compared to a diverse, wide array of sizes in 12-inch figures. We've got Judge Dredd over here, who represents the 12-inch scale. And you got Mindy, who's the new little girl scale. Got Tyrion, you got him in his little Tyrion scale. And then over here you got Dennis Rodman in his, oh my god, I'm freaking huge scale. And seriously, I think she fits in absolutely perfect. I took her off the stand so you can see how big she is. You can see the size of her feet compared to theirs. That is amazing. I think she fits in perfectly, and I think this body is perfect for her. That is awesome! So here we go with a super duper close-up look, and check it out. Look at the material that they used to make her outfit. There's a zipper there. Very awesome indeed. There's the little pull tab thing. There's how her cape connects, I think. I don't know, maybe I did that wrong. Over here you'll see the purple of her hair, which looks awesome, by the way. And here's her mouth. Very cool, and if that's not Chloe Grace's mouth, I don't know who it is. And then up here's her nose. There's her eyes, looking very cool indeed. Check it out, they even got little eyelashes. That looks awesome. I think that is so cool, and there's her hair. Very neat, and I love how they did the hair. I mean, they could have just sculpted the hair, but I love that they made it rooted hair. That is so cool indeed. And since she's a younger girl, you'll notice too that her sculpt has very little detail on it and stuff. You know, you don't see a lot of pore lines and wrinkles and stuff, but that's because that's what she looks like. She's young. What do you want? She's very cool indeed, and I love that they got her mouth right. I mean, that's her mouth. That is awesome. So working our way down here, we'll see the design work on her suit. And then down here, you'll see, what do we say? There's her gloved hands. Very cool. That looks awesome, man. They actually look like gloves on. Over here's her belt. And you can see that it's got material. It's actually a faux leather belt. And then there's her little, what do you call that? Belt buckle? My brain blanked. I was like, it's a square thing. And then there's the material there. So you probably have to take that off to put some of the pouches on or something. I don't know how the pouches connect. I'm kind of afraid to do that. Here's the plaid part of her skirt. Very cool. There's her tights. There's her over here. Let's see if we can see it over here. That's where some blades will go in there. I like that they're shaped like the knives so they won't fall out. It should hold them tightly. There's her tights again. There's her knee pads. Very cool. And she has those on her elbows too. And I believe her elbows. I know they're on her shoulders too. I'll have to look on her elbows. Down here's her boots. Like the little stitching and everything like that. That is amazing. I love it. So let's turn her around and see if they're on her elbows like I thought they are. And they are. I remember because the NECA figure, the little NECA hit girl, had these little things on her elbows. So I assumed they'd be on this. I saw them on her shoulders, so I assumed they got all the details right. This is her with her cape removed, again. And the little magnets aren't very strong, but they'll stay on. I mean, as long as you're not flinging her around. And then over here, you'll see her belt again. Very cool indeed. I love it. Oh, one more tiny little detail. Look at the little zipper thing going down her boot. That is awesome. I think that is so cool. Very neat indeed. I cannot get over that likeness. That looks just like her. This doll has a tendency to keep looking down, or something about the neck. I don't know if it's the neck joint or what, but her head keeps kind of going down, and every time I push it back to look at her, her face just looks amazing. It looks just like her. And believe me, this review probably does not do the figure justice. It looks so good in person. It looks just like her, man. It is so cool. Now, you're probably saying, hey, what did she come with? Well, not only did she come with this cape that doesn't seem to always want to stay on, but that's okay. She also came with, let's see, she came with some pouches for her clips or magazines for her guns. She came with a little domino mask, which goes on. Now, that's going to be hard to put on underneath her hair, but I'm sure it'll look cool. And then over here we've got two gun-holding hands. And then over here we've got 2 weapon-holding hands. We've got 2 guns. Very cool. There's her little grappling hook, which is amazing. And the grappling hook is metal, by the way. She came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other little throwing knives, which are all metal. She came with her spear that you have to put together, and then the blades that go on the end. And that is awesome. Now, here's the problem. Do I want to display her with guns in hand or the spear in hand? Now, I always picture her with that spear more than guns, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to have to decide, and that's going to be very hard indeed. Very cool. Now, I don't know what they made the mask out of, but it is super thin plastic, and it is awesome. It fits to her face perfectly. It's got a little elastic band that goes around underneath her hair, and I don't know, it's going to take some messing around to get it absolutely perfect, and it's hard to get that strap straight. So if you're like OCD, you can't, you're going to have to realize, oh, this may not go on 100% perfect. But yeah, that's awesome. She just looks so good, and the mask looks so good, and honestly, I don't know how I want to display her now, with or without the mask. She looks good both ways. Oh, man. So here she is with the mask and the cape doing her best Hamburglar impression, and I think this looks awesome. I love it. I'm going to have to watch the movie and put it in or whatever, or look at some stills to see how, you know, I want to display her with her blades and stuff. I'm going to have to put those in. I don't want to mess them up, because that's a lot of accessories to put together. But that is so cool. And this is an awesome present. Now, I never would have guessed in a million years that felzbug would send me a Hit Girl figure, but you know what? I'm so glad he did. Or Gubslev, or whoever. I mean, they all, you know, one conspires and they all conspire. So, but you know what? I love it. This is amazing. Like I said, I've looked at reviews and videos and different pictures and stuff online of this figure, and I have been wanting it for a long time. I just never broke down and got it. And I mean, I wanted it. I just couldn't bring myself to get it. But you know what? When I saw this inside that box, I could not believe it. This is amazing, and I absolutely love her, and she's going to look so good on my shelf. So thank you, felzbug, Gubslev, Handy Hands, and everybody in Taiwan and Jersey. So, seriously, thank you. I absolutely love this. This is an awesome present. And now, she can go fight Tyrion. So, until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews! So, you say that it's Gubslev that picked this out, huh? I wonder why. Oh, I think we just pinpointed why he wanted to send me this figure. Oh, Gubslev, your weapon fetish knows no bounds.